I've been riding around with this new camera vlogging setup with the DJI Nano on my head for 2 weeks here in Spain. These are the first impressions after 2 weeks of riding. What's up, my biker friend? Welcome back to another video. I'm riding around in Spain right now. Behind me is my buddy Björn. We're about to get ready for my second tour this year, which will be in Portugal, second guided tour. There's 5 participants coming to the tour, and we've just taken that early day to kind of warm up a little bit here in the mountains around Málaga. Now, I've been using this vlogging setup here now for the past 2 weeks, and I've had some time to play with it and see what works and what doesn't work. When I did my initial video, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to link it up here. I've been using this setup now and sort of trying different settings. At the moment, what I'm trying is the 4/3 setting on the image, so it gives me a bit more room later in editing to see sort of how the angle works. I'm actually doing the same with my Action 5 camera here, so I can adjust the angle because I'm not on my bike at the moment, so the camera position isn't optimal on this one here, so I'm checking that on the video setting. I also was able to check the sound setting, and I've had a few occasions where I download the videos onto my laptop. Now, I haven't edited any footage yet, but I've downloaded it and to see how the sound came out. And there's a few occasions where the sound was great, it worked perfectly, so my voice was there. But a few occasions where the sound wasn't picked up, so it means the microphone did not connect. Now, I tried that a few times before I came here, and it worked flawlessly, but it didn't work flawlessly here. So I wasn't quite sure what the issue was. I think I nailed it down to one of the reasons. So every time I take it out of the charging station, sometimes I probably didn't turn on and it wasn't connected to the camera. Because now I tried it again, and I can see that even if I use the quick start button on the camera, so when I push the button up here, the camera turns on without being on all the time, it saves battery, it's connecting. So we'll see if this works now for the vlog, because there's no way for me to actually see if the microphone is now connected to the camera. I could run the app on the phone in order to see that. That would be one way of doing it, but I don't have it connected right now, so I have to hope that this works. Also, what I've tried on this tour, so I haven't listened to it yet, but I have a second microphone that is in one of the panniers, and I have it in sort of a cushioned bag in there to see if it picks up the engine sound separate from the actual vlogging, and then I can sort of use both channels and sort of mix the sound into the video footage. Also, what I've tried is going a bit faster. Now we're on curvy roads, we're a bit slower at the moment, just top speed wise, but I've tried it on the motorway to see how this setup copes with wind. I have a wind muff on the Mic Mini here, so that helps usually quite a bit with keeping the wind out. And of course, there are ways in the editing in DaVinci Resolve to reduce wind noise and just filtering sort of noises. And by the way, this is Málaga down there. Beautiful road. First time I'm going it from north to south. It's very close to the city of Málaga. Nice cafe here too. Yeah, now we can see it. Beautiful. So all that blue back there, that's the Mediterranean Sea, and Malaga's behind that hill. And we're about 30 kilometers north of Málaga. Anyway, so I tried that out on the camera. Works pretty well. The picture quality looks pretty good before editing. Also, the image stabilization seems to work quite well. And the setup in itself is super light. I can't even tell I have a camera on the sun peak. I have a little bit of, so it blocks the vision a little bit, so I can see it's up there, but it doesn't bother me much, to say the truth. So far so good. I will be testing more of it in the next trip with also the new video settings, the 4/3 video format rather than the 16:9, in order to give me a little bit more room later in post-production to find the perfect angle for this setup. But so far I've been quite happy. There have been questions in the comments about the Telesin adapter that I'm using that is feeding power from a USB power bank to the camera, and that's working quite well too. So it will charge and record at the same time. And there's also a small little red LED light, so when I turn the power bank on, so I have to push a button on the power bank in order to transfer power from the power bank to the Nano camera. But when I do that, there's a small little LED coming on, so I can see it actually while I'm riding. that the camera is charging, because the Nano camera itself has probably around 50 minutes of runtime recording in 4K. That isn't a whole lot. My power bank has about 1,000 milliamps of power, and I think this Nano camera has about a third of that, so that should be enough to maybe charge it somewhere between 2 and 3 times. You lose a bit of efficiency when you use a power bank, but that setup is working with the small power bank, so that's good. And I will see how the final edits look, but as I said in the first video, this quality of the DJI Nano camera is exactly the same as on the Action 5. It's the same sensor, looks exactly the same, 10-bit footage in D-Log-M, and that should give me beautiful images. Anyway, short update on the camera system. For those who are interested in it, if you got questions, comments, put them in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, ride safe and stay awesome.